Alright, everyone. Welcome to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I am recording, right? I know I clicked record. I must have. Alright. So gotta choose a language. Obviously, I'm an English speaker. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? Yes, I have. I have. The old one, and now the new one. I even played the Half-Life 2 mod. Enter the current time. It is 4:02 a.m. I'm up late. Accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Alrighty. You're playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Alright, so this is Stanley Parable. Let's see if there's anything I need to mess with here. Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's just start the game. Let's get right into it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Sounds insanely boring.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Alright, end of story.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never
This
quite
is definitely
forget.
from the original.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this
water I'm drinking is
this
disgusting.
complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
You can get the right kind of water.
Frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move
Ice
for the
mountain
longest
garbage.
time. But as he came to his
Shit
wits and
sucks.
regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright. So this is definitely from the original game, that whole intro sequence.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I turned that off.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I love how uncanny this all is. You know what I mean? Like this, it's just really, what's the word? Just like, you feel like you're being watched almost. Like it feels like there's people back here. Like why are all these random doors open? You know what I mean? It just seems weird.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, I'm gonna follow his direction. I'm gonna do that first. I know how the original game works. Branching paths, all that. There's a lot of endings in this game.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I want to explore this room a little bit. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively. Well, go back to it. I can't read any of it. Targets. Push for funding for R&D of new coffee machine? What does that say? Not cost efficient. Gym? Alright. Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. There's a whiteboard manager? I feel like you're not using this whole board correctly. Like, you have this once. There's all this empty space you could use. It feels like a paranoid schizophrenic's writing on these walls. Broom closet. Oh, I can go in.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Alright, well, whatever you say, man.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Why is it red? Anyways, probably just a red light. We're going upstairs to the boss's office. No, it's a bathroom. I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course, so that's a lovely purse. Is that song lyrics or something? Can I go in here? No? Okay. Suppose not.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any
It's a
human
beautiful
life.
office.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this.
Ceilings are
What
very
dark
high for no
secret was
reason.
being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Oh, this thing.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Alright.
But of course, Stanley couldn't, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Can't see.
Amazing.
There you go.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Alright. It's creepy down here, man. Alright.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Excuse me.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the
Jesus.
large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh my god, there's so many branching paths, bro. I'm gonna follow it. I'm gonna follow it to what he wants.
The lights rose on an enormous
wow.
room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place
get up on this
hold?
thing?
Stanley thought to himself.
Ooh.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, I walked across it. I wonder if I could have jumped across it faster. I almost fell off,
Now
actually.
the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an
wonder if it would have
employee
let
in
me,
the
actually.
building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many
think it actually
individuals
will.
reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh, it dropped me. No, I guess not. Wow.
This mind control facility, it was too
Is it really a
horrible to
mind
believe
control
it couldn't be
facility?
True.
One guy got
Had
fired.
Stanley really been under someone's control?
It just
all
looks
this
like it's a
time?
monitoring
Was this the only
room.
reason he was happy with his boring job?
It's
That
a
his
very-
emotions
it's a
had been
creepily large
manipulated
monitoring
to accept
room.
it blindly?
Maybe. I don't know.
No.
What I don't know won't hurt
he
me, right?
refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
But now that I do
His
know it,
own
I guess it
life
does hurt
in
me.
someone else's control? Never.
I wouldn't be happy
It
if they
was
were spying on me.
unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content.
It's up there.
Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
The gate
And as
there.
the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life, for
5.
he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna turn them off. I'm gonna turn off the mind control facility.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Well, we'll find out.
Yes!
Ah!
He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Oh my gosh.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
I don't care, I get to
How
leave.
had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
I'm assuming the other endings will,
streamed into the chamber,
will
he
provide
realized none of this
those
mattered
answers.
to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking.
Although,
happiness.
I have played the
Perhaps
original
his goal
game,
had not been to understand,
and
but to let
they
go.
don't give you a ton of
No
answers.
longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever
From what I
life he
remember.
lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Like a barn and a mini parking lot, and like a bridge up there, I think.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation,
I am not
the
in
immense
control right now.
possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Alright, well, that's cool, man. Cool story. I beat the game. Let's go. I don't feel like I beat the game. We're back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
these
decided
lights
to
out
go to
now?
the
Were
meeting
they
room.
always out?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Feels darker over
No
here.
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Alright. What's that? What's that on the computer screen back there? It's lit up differently. These computer screens are weird. What's in that door? I want to know what's in that door, man. Oh? Oh, I can only do it once. It looks like it needs 5 inputs. Maybe I gotta find the other computers.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, this time I'm gonna do the exact opposite of what he tells
This
me to
was
do.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yeah, I mean, it's a room.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I'm not doing that. You're just gonna take me right... Well, there's a little thing over there. Well, I'm gonna keep going.
Stanley was so bad at following directions,
Listen.
it's incredible he wasn't fired years
I listened
ago.
to you the first time. I don't need to listen to you more than once, alright? I'm a rebel.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot
How
here.
the fuck do I get
I'm
down
not your
there?
enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your
feel like
trust
if I
in
dropped,
someone
I'd kill
else can be
myself,
difficult,
actually.
But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really?
Ha!
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Well, I'm not
Are
going
you
up
that
there.
convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you
Danger
of this,
ahead,
but
it
I
said.
really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me
Why is this
prove
boarded
it.
off?
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Yeah. No buckets past this point. I don't have a bucket. No.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nah, I think I'm gonna go through blue door. I like blue better.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
No. I gotta go through the blue door. I like the blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating
Bruh.
properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Gotcha, the blue door. I heard you the first
All
time.
right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road?
Sounds like
you've
it's just-
chosen?
looks like it's just
Well,
went to-
don't
oh,
let
there we
me
go.
stop you. You see?
Oh.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Yeah.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yes.
Was it worth ruining the entire story
This
I'd
is
written
exactly
out
what I
specifically
wanted.
for you?
How do I get over there?
Do you not think I put a lot
Why
of
is
time
that lit
into
up over there?
Because I did.
And there's another one
and
over
in
there.
the end, it was all for nothing. Because
Is
this
there anything
is what
down
you
there, or
wanted
is
to
it just
see.
an abyss?
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did
I
you
just like
want
being a
to
area,
see?
bro.
Vehicles? Skill trees?
Oh, yeah,
Work with
sure. I
me.
like those
Give me
things, too.
Absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
All right.
There we go.
Oh.
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Ceiling light. Nah, I don't like that door. I'm going through this one again. No.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
I guess it
Would
was,
you say that the game benefited
same
from
thing.
allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I'd say a solid 3.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really?
You're right in the middle.
Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know?
I don't really have
Any level of
one, to be
critical
honest.
thinking or engagement with your
Oh,
surroundings? Does that
fuck
sound
you!
good?
I'll give you a
Think we
lower
can do that?
review
Yes?
score. I could have given you a lower score.
Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
All right. The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. How would you even have a leaderboard for a game like this? Good old Neil? Oh my god, that's a lot of doors that are opened. Where am I at? Oh my god, I'm all the way at the bottom. How long does it take you to get to the correct door? Compete against others to improve your Stanley Parable career. I rank dead last. Why not ask some friends for help? Friend list empty. My friend list is not empty. Do you know 21.3% of players skip the intro sequence? Your superior is a dead rat. Oh my gosh. What a dick. Alright, fine. I'll go through this door this time. Yeah, it leads to
Now,
the same thing.
would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
I'm gonna give you a 1.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind
Okay.
taking a look at it, would you?
You didn't even
Perfect.
acknowledge my
Let me
one
boot
my
it up.
one score. Oh.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he
Okay.
reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful
Excuse me.
game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game
What is
only
it?
becomes clear
Just
once
like
you've been
a
playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it
PNG
4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
alarmy video
Be
of
sure
a
to keep
or
notes on
photo
your
of
experience.
the baby. Oh. Oh god. Oh god. It's about the most annoying noise I've ever heard. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm good. Thank you.
heartless
I'm not
bastard.
doing that for 4
Did you do it
hours.
because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single
Baby
thing
still
that
looks
might
like it's
improve the
happy. Look at
experience
its
for me.
face.
I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
Bruh.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game?
Oh yeah, this is in the
Just to ease
original
pain.
game.
Let's see.
In the original
What we
game, you
have
play
here?
Minecraft and Portal, I believe. And then in the
Yes,
HL2
this seems like it'll
mod,
work. Let's give it a shot.
you play Half-Life 2. I think it's the opening level. Oh my god, it's Firewatch.
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about?
Here's a game I
Stanley?
should play
What's our
and record.
backstory? What is our motivation?
I think this would be a good one to play.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose.
Come on, man. I like Firewatch.
Yes,
It's a
that
good
must
game.
be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Alright. I don't know why the door made the sound of a Minecraft door. Guess as a callback, maybe. This is Firewatch, bro. This is a real life game.
Oh no.
It's pretty cool.
No, it can't be.
What? What's wrong? What's the matter? It's a beautiful game, man.
It is. It's an open world game.
Uh-huh.
Good God, quickly block it off.
What the heck?
Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
Oh my
I really
god.
wandered off into that thing. That big open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Oh, I was gonna walk all the way back up.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly
Rocket
what I had in
League?
mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around
Oh
in. There
my
isn't any
gosh.
possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Yes.
Stanley,
This
if you
is
manage
Rocket
to get lost
League,
in this
bro.
game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Oh, I wish I could walk faster.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball.
It's
Oh,
sports
what
ball,
fun.
my guy.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must.
Freaking
Okay,
Rocket
Stanley,
League,
here's the
dude.
ball. Have fun.
Yo, let's go! Give me the ball, baby! I'm gonna kick that shit. Ugh! Oh my god, I can go way faster. Wait. No, I gotta go in the goal! It literally says Rocket League. That's hilarious.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a
No!
and I realize I'm not a
Stop!
sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain
damn it.
amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try.
Yeah, go in there.
Here comes another ball.
Woo! Ah!
Hold on. What are you doing?
I fell! No, I was playing Rocket League!
don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Bruh!
Write a story without me. You can't do it. You know that.
I was playing Rocket League. Filing cabinets. That's exciting. Did I fall again? Oh my gosh. I feel like I was supposed to fall. Oh my gosh. Yo! This looks like Half-Life 2, bro. Yo! This looks like the original mod. Yes! Straight up looks like the original mod. Oh my gosh. Yo, that's awesome. They did recreate it. I don't remember if this was in the original one or not. Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back.
I want to go back to Rocket League. I was having fun.
Very soon.
Maybe I should just play Rocket League. I should play that after this. I don't actually own Rocket League, to be fair. I'm also not good at it. Oh. Man.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I forgot to look for computers. I want to know what that computer says. Why am I able to, like... Oh, there's another one! Yo, let's go. Bro, why is this just so, like, weird? It just gives you a weird vibe, doesn't it? Oh? New content!
Oh, new content?
Yo!
What does that mean, new content?
Oh, we're about to find out, my guy. This is definitely ultra deluxe material.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Ah, yes.
You may know the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yes.
After receiving critical and
like
commercial
everyone knows
success,
that.
it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Yes, sir.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You gotta
features
inject some
exciting new
content into
that
this
broadens
bitch.
and expands the world of
More
the Stanley
game.
Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Yes.
Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await.
Step
The
inside.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Let's go.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Yo, let's go.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but
just
I'm
started.
sure it's just the beginning of
We
a
gotta get to the
mesmerizing
content.
adventure.
Hello?
Is it broken?
Kick it.
What's going on here? Should
Kick
we...
it. Maybe it'll start.
Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, here we go.
Oh, there we go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's
I'm
do it.
excited as fuck, my guy. Let's go, new content.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content,
this way.
Stanley.
Ah, this is real exciting.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Yo! You can't jump in the normal game. But now you can. I only get so many. What if I want to use it again later? Alright, I'll just save it. Oh, it won't let me jump.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
It's just another elevator.
Stanley,
An elevator, a jump circle, and another elevator.
Of this game are not positive. It's
Listen,
just
I'm a fan of
elevators and
elevators.
Jumping. Is this what passes for
Mr.
exciting
Narrator.
new content? If this is new content,
Assuming
then I
it's
could
gonna be
just
on this
read you
side
the
again.
whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
I could
And
listen to this
counter
guy
30 trillion.
read the
You could
dictionary.
put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
What?
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an
They're
easy
calling out
dollar.
video
And
game
don't get me
companies.
started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated.
That is a real
and
achievement.
I'm
I did look
offended,
at the
and
achievements.
I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my
Twitter.
fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content.
It's called
I'm
X
afraid.
now.
It could never have lived
already
up to
out
such
of date.
expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to
I know
get
this
back
game's
to
a
what
couple
the
years old.
Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks, just you and me.
Actually,
having
it'll be
a great
2 years
time
old next
together
month.
like always. What do you say, friend?
All right, yeah, let's do it. Whatever. What? This is not the same. There's a picture of what it's supposed to look like.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
But what's over...
I want to show you something.
I want to know what's over there. Yeah. Alright. I'll come through here. Coffee nut. That's not me. Alright.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me
was
thinking
literally a
about
jump
the
circle,
past
and that's
how
it.
much better the
Not
Stanley
even the
Parable
ability to
used
jump.
be.
What?
So I made something special and
Jump
tucked it
all the
away
time?
here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Can I jump all the time?
I call it the memory zone. It's where I've been storing
I
all
pressed
my
it enough times, it
favorite
gave me the
memories so I
achievement.
can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh my gosh.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Well, there's the original ending. Like the good ending, the one we did last. Don't forget the Stanley Parable. I'll never forget it. Zone, sweet zone. I can't go in there. There's its original Steam page for the, I believe, the original game. 2013, when the Stanley Parable was released. Excuse me. Stanley Parable Collector's Edition. Can you get that? It's a real thing. Audience Award, the Stanley Parable for 2014 Independent Games Festival. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts. Stanley Parable. They covered up The Last of Us and put Stanley Parable. The Last of Us actually won. 2013. Our First Kiss, my first car. The release of Stanley Parable in 2013. Can I have this? Do they make these posters in real life? I want a poster that says that hanging in my room. We got a globe. Random pictures of 2013. All right. It must be the Firefox start page. Smile because it happened. Trip down memory lane. Dollar bill. All right. Stanley Parable demonstration. Oh, it's the demo. I still have never played the demo. Don't play for 5 years. Yeah. It is impossible to get this achievement. It's unachievable, apparently. nominee. Game innovation. Debut game and story. Oh man. I like this environment. This is cool.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com.
This is a 10 out of 10 game.
James Stephanie Sterling writes,
I agree.
Quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley?
I don't know about that.
Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created.
I don't know about
It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now,
Whatever.
it's nothing.
I don't know about
It's no
all
games
that.
at all.
It's a great
It
game
isn't
though.
even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk.
I like it more than those
Lifeless
other games you
husk
just named.
With an hour of new elevator content.
A lifeless husk. Person of the year. I don't know what that is. 2 doors. Random. There's Minecraft. There's the original game, one of those games you got put into. And then there's Portal. Oh man. That's good. That's good stuff. Can you buy this? Is that a real thing? Collector's edition? I want that. It's back there. 29.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
Repeatable carpet textures.
The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of
SDK
choice
source.
in games, and one that offers
Yeah.
some of the most enjoyable,
How the
surprising,
original
and
mod was
rewarding
made.
choices I've
Probably
ever
with
been
Source
confronted with
SDK.
in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I don't know if this game should be worth $25 if this is all I'm getting. Oh, they did open the door. The Serious Room. Oh, yeah. The Serious Room, for those of you guys who don't know, I'm pretty sure it's probably not in... Yeah, no, it's not. It's not in this, the version of the game. But in the original game... Since it was made, this game was made with the Source engine. If you opened up the commands or like the control panel or whatever, and you like turned on SV cheats, it would take you to the Serious Room and basically make fun of you and tease you for trying to turn on cheats. But since this version of the game is made on Unity, I don't think we're gonna have that. So,
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
it's down here.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no.
Reviews.
Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam,
Ah.
the online video game distributor.
That's
I haven't
great.
looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
And a random
Surely these
forklift.
reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh, there's a positive review. Oh my gosh.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his human dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
Oh god.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I don't know, man. I love this. This is fucking great. I just love how they're making fun of like the video game industry and like reviews in general. Why are the positive reviews like blurred out and upside down and like on the ground and stuff.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
You're only looking at the
Tell me
negative
if I'm
runs,
preachy,
bro. There was
honestly,
way
you
more
can.
positive
Oh,
reviews than
goodness.
negative
This
ones.
is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. But dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to.
Oh, come on,
These
man.
black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
Oh,
Like
come
I let these
on.
people down. Perhaps the Stanley parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
That's silly.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can
God dang
catch
it,
up with
Cookie
his
Nine.
long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Skip button.
A skip
You can skip
button.
the intro.
Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If
don't
I'm
need to
truly
skip the
too
rest of it.
preachy, then
You have
then
full
maybe
control
letting you skip
basically the whole
ahead for
time.
just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
We don't need a skip button. Oh my gosh. Can I go on the wall? Oh, it won't let me. It won't let me go back.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time.
Oh, he was still talking.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series
Oh my
of
God, this
choices
is why
made
they
by
gave
the
us the
person
skip
who
button.
you are, or were, or will.
I'm gonna skip it.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit,
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
you? But
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the
you were
power
talking a
of the
lot
button.
there, Buddy Bo.
The minute I start to go off
Buddy
on a
Bo.
fabulous display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh,
Yep. Yep.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Oof.
It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can
Is it just
ramble
gonna get
on to
longer
myself
and
about.
longer
I
and
know,
longer?
It's shocking, isn't it?
The more
But
I
at
press
any
it,
rate, I
till
do
like the end of
suggest that we
time.
not press the button again.
That'd be fun.
I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say
No,
goodbye
I
to
gotta press it again.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
It's been 12
You've
hours.
just been frozen there.
Oh,
I don't
no.
know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer.
I wanna
and
see
my
how long
God,
this is
there's
gonna
no way
get.
out. Oh, Stanley.
Oh my
You're back.
God.
You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone...
Oh my God, the
here.
bush is dead.
Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Oh, okay.
Or 2 weeks.
Only
I've
one
been
light
sitting
is
here
working
all that
anymore.
time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how
bush.
it's always been, right? Me talking, and you saying nothing.
Is he still there?
Oh.
Oh my
hello.
God, it's really dark.
So, you're here again.
Oh, it's gotten
Welcome.
brighter.
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been
How
through.
long has it
I've
been?
had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year.
Oh
Have you
God,
ever sat
it's
down
been
in one
over a
place,
year
not
of me
moved
just
for one
frozen
entire
here.
year? Let me describe it
For him.
To begin with, there is only regret.
I
There
bet.
is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt
The leaves are
nothing
just
at all but
lying there
regret
now.
for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months.
I'm just gonna skip again. Hello? Is he there? Is he dead? Oh my God. Is it that thing? Okay, that's annoying. I'm gonna skip. The clock fell.
But they didn't understand the
Oh,
game
he's
was
alive!
never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed
Alright,
it.
I'm just gonna... Is he gone again? Am I hearing leaks? Oh my god, there's water leaking. How much time has passed?
The end is never the end, 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 is
Uh-oh. The building is straight up decaying around me. Oh, no. Oh, it's really starting to get bad in here. Yo! My computer immediately picked up whenever that came on. I don't know why. Oh. Look at all the plant life, bruh. See, like, trees and stuff out there. It looks pretty outside. How much time has passed? Holy cow. Nope, now it's dark out. Am I hearing, like, yelling and screaming? Alright, I'm gonna skip. This is creeping me out. Oh, it's still dark. Oh, I don't like that. I'm gonna skip again. Oh. Oh. What do we got here? Oh god, there's nothing left. Bro. There's nothing left. It's just a desert wasteland. Oh my god, nature has taken back over. It is just Earth now. The human race has died. I'm the only one left. Bruh. Oh my god. Why is the building the only thing standing though? There's like nothing else within miles. It's just sand, desert. Sun shining down. Oh. Okay. Oh, that was another ending. Oh my.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Another computer?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, I gotta find more computers. Oh, did that screen just come on? Oh, new content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have
Well,
something
how could I
very
not?
exciting to show you.
There's more. There's more, man. There's more. Let's see what we got. Alright, it looks exactly the same so far.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it
You were
should live up
freaking
to
out
that
about
legacy.
reviews, and then
So
like the
forget
world
this
ended and
ultra-deluxe
everything, and now
nonsense.
we're...
I say we take it one step even
Oh.
further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh. Straight up sequel.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged
Another
sequel.
computer.
An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many
Phones?
different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
The end is never the end again. 427, but the 2 is important because it's a sequel. Investor Showcase. Welcome.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is
Taste
just so
of the
much
sequel.
catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley
know, man. I like the
Parable
name.
2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
I mean, they're back. 2 doors. They're back, man. Logo ideas. I guess they decided on this one. Yeah, it's probably the best. The best one, honestly.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting
Eyes,
concepts,
ears, nostrils,
that
arms,
surely
legs.
the game will sort of naturally
Who took the red
spring up
marker?
around
Me.
them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Can't go in there. Bunch of 2s. Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, City. Divinity Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, Dark Souls 2. Well, Portal 2, Half-Life 2 is my favorite game of all time. I gotta play that on here. Portal 2 is a great game, phenomenal. Batman Arkham Asylum 2, City. I loved Arkham Asylum and City. I've never played the other 4 games, though. Not really. I don't know why they brought up Aladdin. What does that have to do with anything? New features. New content. What?
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Okay. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Reassurance bucket. Merch. Hey, look, there's a QR code. I wonder what that does. I'm gonna do it right now. I actually want to know. It just leads to their website. That's cool. I thought it would actually lead to merch. That'd be freaking phenomenal. No screenshots. What do we got in here?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get Well Someday or Happy 12th Birthday Stepniece? Well, Get Well Someday could apply to anybody at all. It's pretty wide open. Happy 12th Birthday Stepniece is relying on the fact that you have a you are married somebody who had kids, who was married to someone else, and then their sibling has a daughter who's 12 and it's also their birthday. I feel like this one would work better.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Oh my god.
Happy 12th birthday, Stepney
Bruh,
Spears.
why'd you even ask me? You jerk. Great.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Hey, the jump circle.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
I feel like this is gonna come back. I'm gonna stop doing it. Free achievement? Let's go. I want an achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. Get yours right now. Let's go.
Now,
I want an
here's
achievement.
something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified.
Oh.
This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not
Great.
a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
All right, great. I'm glad that that was absolutely a waste of my time. Ooh, excuse me.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I don't know, man. What's in here? Collect them all.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2,
It's a little freaky.
you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I
No
don't want
reward
to
at
stifle
all.
the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh, this is creepy as fuck. I don't like this. I got one. Oh. I guess I'm done there. Can't go back out.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Infinite hole? It's the infinite hole. What's in there? Oh, what's in here? Oh, we were in here already. I want to see an infinite hole. That's what she said.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right.
I mean, that's
Infinite
cool and all,
fall.
but what does that
You
do?
can fall until the end
Maybe there's a
of
reason it's
time,
never
if
been
you
in a
like.
video game.
A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see?
I'm
Isn't it
falling.
wonderful. One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Isn't it infinite? I want to see how infinite this really is.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go
Based on the
back to
fact that you
top.
want me to click the
Do
teleport
it on
button,
the
I feel like this
sooner
isn't
rather than
infinite.
later spectrum of things.
Something tells me.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity.
Infinite
From one
means
perspective,
forever.
The infinite is merely philosophical in
Never
nature.
ending.
It's more of a...
Aha!
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
It's not
You
an
found
infinite
me
hole,
out,
then.
Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
Well, you were the one
figured
that put it
hole
in the
was as deep
game.
as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
I'm the problem?
Look, Things
You're
got a
the one
little
that made
heated
this
there. I
shit.
think we both said some things we didn't
Bruh.
mean. Why don't we just put all
getting
this
mad at
behind
me.
us and agree to just call the whole mostly infinite?
No, that's
If
not how that
for
works.
You, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can
But I
move
like
on.
it down here.
I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Alright.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Can I go back down it?
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
Oh my gosh.
A normal person would have said,
I
"Yep,
just
that's an
keep
infinite
falling
hole
and
right
falling
there.
and
It goes
falling.
on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
Oh, that was a lot shorter.
Does the
Whoa.
hole seem even shorter to you this time? I
Yeah.
couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Alright.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled.
I feel like I want more
really
of the
do
infinite
have so
hole.
much more to show you. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
Oh my god, that's
Wow.
way shorter now.
Okay, yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for
Dude,
accountability
you made
and
this
marketing.
thing. How is
What's
it?
going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Okay.
Well, there it is.
Oh, wow.
The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
It's a hole. But I mean,
How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch.
I can't jump
my
out actually. I
judge.
just thought about that.
You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Okay. It's not working.
Is the, teleport button not working?
I'm tapping it as hard as I
You
can.
sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
I am up.
Still nothing?
It's not working.
Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't...
Bro,
bear
you
to
can
be away from
teleport
the
me
hole,
out.
And now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have
Oh,
asked for.
no.
It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole.
All right, I guess
get
I'm
to
here
do
now.
Literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Well, I guess this is the end of the video, guys. This is where I just kind of am now, so I guess I'll see you in the next video. Yeah. Am I hearing noises? Oh, something's happening. Oh boy. We're going down. Goodbye. It's getting dark. Change your perspective. Oh. Oh my. Look at the close up of Stanley's fucking face. Change your perception. Well, this is creepy. I don't I don't like that. What the fuck? Oh. Change your reality?
You're no longer using your...
What the fuck is happening? What the fuck? Change yourself? What the fuck? Oh my god, this is like a fever dream, bro.
Stanley? Stanley?
What?
Stanley! Oh good, you're awake. I thought you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second.
Thank you for waking me from my fever dream.
So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really
Oh,
truly
man.
focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking
This
forward to
hole.
all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Well, you might as well have just kept me there. Yeah, something else is happening. Oh. Loading screen. A very long loading screen. Oh.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some
I
of
guess
the
we're
new
just
features.
back. Oh my. Oh, I think we were in there. Alright, I want to see what the button that says the player says the name of the player.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players
What was that
really
infinite
want?
hole shit,
And
dude?
of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
That's- yeah, I
But
was
of
gonna say,
course,
that's not
in the
my name.
final
That's not
game,
even my
this
real
button
name, bro.
will say your name, whatever name that is. Here,
You should
let's
know
have
my
you
name.
role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
excuse me.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
What?
If you don't
All right,
properly
fine.
roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
Alright.
Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first.
I want to press it
Now,
again.
allow yourself to become Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on? See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says. But no. Instead, I can't even
But I like
figure out.
Jim.
I'm taking the Jim button away.
No! Come back, Jim! No! 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 Aw. Come on. Alright, I guess you're done. I ruined his moment. He wanted to tell a story, I won't let him. Oh, man.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. Then
The button
will
that says
appreciate what
Jim.
I've created here.
Alright, let's see this reassurance bucket, man. Wasn't there a sign that said no buckets?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was
Like
that it
30
was
minutes ago.
confusing and paradoxical.
that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Okay.
You see, Stanley, anytime you're
I don't
holding
see a
the
bucket in here, bruh.
a sense of calm and ease will fill
There
your
it is.
mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the
Give me the
bucket
fucking
is the
bucket and
perfect
shut up.
solution. Come on, give it a try.
I've been trying.
Can you feel it?
I got a bucket,
Glow of
bitch.
comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through
Let
your
me out.
body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Bucket.
benefits
Just
of
pick
the
it up.
bucket seem
I
to
was
go
trying
on
to, but he
don't
wouldn't let me
they?
for a while.
All this
Let me
and
out!
more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Alright, thank you. Good lord.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
What else have I not done? I did all that stuff over there. Collectibles, free achievement, infinite hole. We got a little map here. Jump circle, this map, free achievement, button that says the name, merch, settings, world champion. Bucket, office decorations, epilogue. Epilogue. Collectibles, infinite hole, exit. Where's the settings world champion? Where's that at? It's gotta be somewhere around here, right? Perhaps not over here.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Well, yeah, it would go at the end of the game. What's up here now? Oh, settings world champion. Alright, up here. Oh, it won't let me in. How do I become a settings world champ? I guess I have to be the settings world champion. Well, I guess I did everything then. If my eyes do not deceive me, let's see. Yeah, it looks like I did everything. Yeah, alright, well, we're gonna leave, I guess. I've seen everything, I suppose.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
I mean, I feel like I've seen everything. Did I miss something? Look at Stanley. Look at this motherfucking boy. Oh my god.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know
do.
it's not exactly clear yet.
They're
how
not really a
exactly
game,
these
but I
features will
like the
come together
features.
as one
I like the
single
bucket.
coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely
Maybe.
a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features
Apparently
together,
right-click is also
and we'll
move.
see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Move Stanley around with the right click button. I don't know
Are you
why.
ready?
Holding it down.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Wow. Let me have a seat and give you a
there's
fucking
potential
round
here,
of
right?
applause.
It's sort of. Okay, never mind. Hold on.
It's not
Let me
really
do
a game,
different
bro.
Arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this.
All right.
Here we go. Version 2.
Wow.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Right.
I wanted more.
It's like making your
than
comic
anything to create a
relief
sequel
character the
that
main
would
character
capture
of the
all
sequel.
the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love
Doesn't
it.
work.
No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable
Hey, look,
and
it's me.
simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and
Of course. You
integrity
have
of
to have
the original
respect for it.
game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Alright. Oh! New menu and everything. We're in the Stanley Parable 2 now.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a
Oh my
company
God,
in a
they
big
put the
building
balloons in
where
there.
he was employee number 427.
Jesus Christ.
Employee number 427's job was simple.
Is this the
He
same?
sat at his desk in room 427.
Yeah, I think it's the same. Oh my God.
All of
What's
his
with the
coworkers
buttons,
were
bro?
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The bucket! What the fuck? Why? I'm gonna pick up the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
I did. I picked it up. Oh my God.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Alright, I'll do it. I wonder how this changes. I'm assuming you get a different ending with the bucket.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
I suppose.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Oh!
You found one of them.
I
One of the miniature
did.
Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy
I mean,
that
I
sort of
love
happiness,
seeing
Stanley.
numbers go
God
up.
knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Okay. I swear, it looks like I should be able to go in there. There's a computer over here. Let's go. Let's go.
Stepping into his manager's office,
What was the
Stanley
code again?
was once
2845?
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Let's go.
Was it the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Another one!
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really
I already
must
have
be a
half of them.
snappier name for these things. What about
Not very
mini
difficult to find, are they?
Stanley figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Right. Alrighty.
The elevator raced
I just
down,
find all the Stanley rings in
plummeting
like
towards an
one,
unknown fate.
like,
It would be all
all at
Stanley could
once.
do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest
The
moment
bucket is
uncertainty,
very
he would
reassuring.
be
I
right.
have to admit, it is
The bucket
very,
is here for you, Stanley.
very reassuring.
Everything will be fine.
Alrighty. I got my bucket.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, I'll do it. I want to do the exact same ending as before, but with the bucket and see how it changes.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Wow, it looks like I can get on here quicker than it lets me.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
No!
Everyone in
What
the
the fuck?
office was... But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall.
What?
Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here.
Oh no.
So they set up a little couch and relaxed.
Bro.
It really wasn't so bad down here. A bit cold, perhaps. After some time,
Hey!
they installed
Now this
a
is
few
up my alley
shelves
right
as
here.
well,
Got a
and
TV,
sort of
little kitchen.
kitchenette that was useful
Nice
for when
sitting
the bucket
area.
was craving paneers.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home.
Yo, this is
In
cozy
fact,
as hell.
After some time, Stanley realized that it
like
had
it.
been
Sink's
ages
a little
since he had
dirty
even
and gross, but,
thought of the mind control facility at all.
You can fix
He'd
it.
never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the
I
mind
really didn't mean
control
to fall.
facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket.
Oh no.
Stanley wasn't usually like this.
Oh no,
The bucket
I
tried
don't like
to reach out
this.
to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need
was
to
a
do
mistake.
what
I
the
didn't mean to
narrator
fall.
says. I need to see the true
Well, now I know
ending.
you can.
This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here.
Could you
as
fall in the
comfortably
original
as
game?
possible. Yet Stanley
Or did they add this?
inconsolable. This isn't an ending.
God, this looks like my
This
kitchen.
is just a hole in the ground. The bucket
A mess.
sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
I guess it never happened. Oh my gosh, that was another ending. Alright, well, I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to quit out of the game. The sequel is now paused. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. This was fun.